Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of this KA adventure. Now in this one we're going to be fitting a new stereo because this has currently got my brother's head unit in it and it's worth an odd 200 quid maybe, and obviously because this isn't his car anymore he wants to sell that on, and I'm going to get the old Kenwood unit, which I'm actually not disappointed about. I actually prefer older technology than new high-tech Bluetooth stuff. I mean, for Christ's sake, I was using cassette to aux adapters for my main PC speakers for a while, so yes. I'll show you what we've done so far and we'll get straight into it. So, I mean, the most I've really done so far is disconnected the battery over here. The light's not really shining on it very well, but that's disconnected, that's all safe, because I didn't want to risk anything short-circuiting, which looks like all power is drained because the ceiling light has gone out. But I'll show you the situation we're in right now. So obviously this is the old unit here. This is the Sony MEX N4100BT. Had trouble pronouncing that last time, but yeah, that's that. And this is the unit we're going to be putting in. So this is just a basic Kenwood aux. Is pretty much the newest technology on this. It's basic, but this is what came with the car when we first got it, and I don't mind it. It won't be all that bad, but I've never wired a stereo up before, so this is going to be a fun experience. So yeah, I think I'm going to start first of all obviously by disconnecting the wiring loom in there. By the looks of it, it's still got the original that the Kenwood unit uses, but we'll have to confirm that. I'll get all this disconnected and then I'll join you guys in a second. Quite interestingly, as I can see here, there is rust around where the stereo was, so I don't know whether that's normal, don't know whether that's a concern. But yeah, I've already unhooked the antenna for radio, of course, but yes, we're going to try and do this all. My main concern right now is these little banana plugs here. I don't know if that's actually their name, but this one's yellow, so I'm calling it a banana plug. There is some that looks to be the same on here, but on this one there's only one yellow wire and one red wire. But on here, there is 2 yellow wires and 2 red wires. So I don't know what the difference is. This one seems to be capped off. So I'm guessing that one's the one that needs to be used. I don't know. I'm going to have a little fiddle. I'll get back to you guys. Well, I got a bit excited for a moment there. I just pulled the wires out of the back of the stereos here. So this one is from the Kenwood unit, it looks like this, and then the Sony one looks like this. They look quite similar, right? And I got excited obviously because I thought I could just interchange them, but no, because they're flipped for some reason. So on this one the fuse cover thing is on the other side to where it would need to be on here, and so yeah, this is the Sony one. When you try and plug it in, you can't, because the clip needs to go in there, but it doesn't go in that way because it's not, yeah, you guys get the idea. That's annoying. So one little concern is that that's frayed, so I'll have to look into that, and I have no longer got a red wire. But there seems to be some terminal block connector here that has a red wire on it, so I'm guessing the red wire must have broken at some point and they just sort of said, let's do it this way. So yeah, this is really making my life fun, but I'm gonna look into this, so I'll get back to you guys. So yeah, taking a closer look on this red wire here, they just sort of put a little join thing here, just as a little temporary fix. See, I'm really concerned about these wires, and I really hope these weren't how they were in the car, but all of them seem to be frayed in exactly the same position. I don't know whether Halfords did this when they fitted the new stereo, but either way, that's worrying. And it may make my life a little bit harder, because I may have to run some heat shrink over them, which would obviously require dismantling all the cable. I mean, I'm already going to have to solder this on its own because someone ripped that off. Bloody incompetent Halfords. So, yeah, I'm going to see whether there's a way to take these out, and they just seem to be normal male connectors on this end. So I'll see whether they pull out, and then I can run some heat shrink over them. So after taking a look, I'm not going to be able to fix this situation, and I know I'm going to get comments of people disagreeing with me, obviously, but for now I'm going to run some electrical tape over them until I can get out all my soldering equipment and do a proper job of this. Yeah, obviously people are going to have a go at me because that's dangerous. Obviously a car is always moving and things can come loose over time. Two wires connecting together can create fire, or just create a short circuit in general, and that's not ideal. But because this car is technically not on the road at the moment, obviously it's insured, taxed, but that's only for my dad and brother's use, and obviously they have their own cars. So for now this will be fine because it's in my garage. I just want to test whether this Kenwood unit is still working. So, and it's all a learning experience. Remember this, throughout my KA series, I may make mistakes, I may do things unconventionally, but it's all learning, learning to do the proper way, and just have a little bit of fun, I guess. So luckily I did find some red wire that I will properly solder, don't worry. This is the only wire I really want to properly solder tonight, so that's what will be done. I'm still just trying to figure out how they would have done this. See, I'm thinking, yeah, I have no idea. I think this connector here though, this doesn't seem to be used, because obviously this heats up and has solder in it. I believe this is what these are. But this one has a cap on the end and it hasn't been used, so I don't know whether I can run a wire into that. I also don't know whether this wire is going to be flimsy or too flimsy. It seems like the same gauge wire, but none of these wires have ratings on them. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, well, you know what? If I'm going to solder this, I may as well solder the rest. So I'm going to have to clear a space quickly to do some soldering, and I'll get back to you. I keep saying I'll get back to you in this video, so I'm sorry about that, but it's all just... I don't want to do everything on camera to prolong the video, obviously. So, sorry about that. I'll get to it, though. So, I've finished, finally. It took me probably roughly an hour to finish all of this. Mainly due to losing things, but we won't talk about that. Some dodgy repairs have had to happen with this, which I'm not very proud of. For example, this power cable no longer uses a banana plug like this, so that's what I figured out, why these have banana plugs, because they are power. The red obviously being red, the live one. I'm hoping at least, otherwise I should retake electronics, but yeah, it's just plugged in directly like this, and I'm not sure what the actual regulations on it are and whether you need a banana plug, but oh well. So yeah, at some point I'm going to have to order another one of these, because this is definitely not safe to drive around with, in my opinion. So it'll have to be changed. So I'm going to hook this up quickly, it's quite late, so I do need to preferably span this into another day, so we're going to give it a little quick test. I am really hoping this works. Just crossing my fingers. Because if it doesn't, I'm a bit screwed, and if I've wired anything wrong, I'm also a bit screwed. So we'll put the old stereo down there, hook the new one, or the old new one up. At least on the upside, if anything does go wrong, it's not going to fry the whole car, considering there is a fuse on it, so... oh, feels incredibly dodgy and scary, but let's give it a shot. Okay, so here goes. Battery's all hooked up again. And yes, everything's on again. One key. Here goes. I'll focus it so we get any dramatic bangs. Oh my. No way did this actually work. Holy crap. I don't know how to turn this on. How do I take it out of standby? Source. Oh, there we go. We got something. Wow. Holy crap. So obviously antenna's not hooked up yet, but we have got... oh, this is awesome. Don't know why that keeps going into standby. Doesn't seem to want to go into CD or aux. Maybe they have to be plugged in. I'll put in a CD. Here you go. Cat Stevens' first cuts. This'll do. Okay. Oh. There we go, it's taken that. So guys, there we go. I actually did something successfully. Still, obviously I'm not going to trust that wiring harness, but it clearly works, which I wasn't expecting at all. Unbelievable. Lost for words. Did not. I expected that fuse to blow instantly. Okay, so it looks like I don't have to carry on this video tomorrow. I'm gonna plug in the antenna, then we'll confirm that it's working with that, so I'll be back. There we go. It's like it's back to stock all over again. Let's see. Yep. Let's tune it to my favourite. Oh shoot, I've gone a bit too far. There we go. Star radio works. It's interesting. Doesn't let you swap to something, but that's fine. Wow. Let's see. What can we get here? Love how this has bass boost settings. There we go. That is done. And we have successfully installed a stereo in the KA. Incredible. Actually worked. Thank you all for coming on this adventure with me. Definitely learnt a few things. Definitely learnt that my soldering skills do somewhat work and don't explode. But obviously, when time comes and this car will be driven frequently, I will definitely put that on my to-do list to get a new wiring harness, because that's not going to last ideally. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And now I've got all of this mess down here from where I was soldering to clean up. Yes, I was soldering on the floor because this place still needs to be organised to be my workshop. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.